Greetings, my soul bows to your soul. Meditation is based on the term meditare from the Latin, meaning to center in your true nature. When you meditate, you choose an approach. Usually, there's one of these two ways. Either you're gathering your awareness, or you're releasing what's in the way. And both work fine. It's important to understand what you're doing in there when you're meditating. Are you gathering all your awareness on a particular focus, like soul or God? Or are you dealing with the debris and releasing and getting rid of all kinds of debris, leaving you free to abide in soul and spirit? That's basically the talk right there. Let me elaborate. When you're gathering, you come to a point that your awareness is so calm you can witness the world and your mind and your heart without being disturbed. You have this beautiful witness consciousness. Then you say to yourself, where is this witness consciousness in me coming from? And you go upstream and you experience your oneness with everyone. You feel you're a part of everyone. And that's called Mahat. And Mahat is a beautiful experience where you discover there just are no strangers. We're all very kindred. We move upstream to a bliss experience, the ecstasy of being alive, the ecstasy of being you. And we begin to have soul experiences of the spirit within us. And usually then, the spirit within us reveals to us spirit everywhere. So both these approaches take us from calm mind and heart to Buddhi, the witness consciousness, a beautiful state of peace. We begin to have bliss, sense our oneness with all. And then we move into soul awareness, the spirit within us, who we really are. We experience our true self finally. And that experience of soul, or Atman, A-T-M-A-N we call it, that reveals spirit everywhere. Meditation is designed to help us, whatever our methods, whatever our techniques, to come this way. Through love, through wisdom so deep that we are exploring what is consciousness, not just what are our thoughts, but what is consciousness itself. There are just so many ways. Light, you find light in your forehead. Your light gradually reveals spirit everywhere. So the process is you choose. When you're meditating, are you gathering your awareness on someone or some meditation object that's going to help you ascend these states, these levels? Or are you trying to get the debris out of the way? Are you trying to release what's in the way emotionally, mentally, so that you can experience Buddhi, peace, bliss, joy, oneness, soul, and spirit? Let's start with talking about releasing. There's a practice we do in yoga called not this, not this. You let go of whatever comes to your mind and heart. Not this, not this. You say not this, you recognize this is not what you're focused on, not what you want to happen. So you let go of it. You say not this as you let it go. You stop feeling it or you stop thinking about it. It'll come back. You say not this again patiently until one by one, all of these distractions are in pause mode. They're no longer bothering you or distracting you. And you're able to go through these various wonderful levels. So you can do not this, not this. You're releasing all the way to a higher state of consciousness. Would you like to try it? You could just chant not this right now. Whatever comes to mind or heart, you just say not this, and you gently release it. And enjoy more and more pauses that are very pleasant and peaceful. Just not this, not this. So if you'd like to, go ahead. You're practicing the releasing way of meditation, the releasing approach. Go ahead if you like, turn this off, and rejoin me when you're ready. But take all the time. Take a week. Practice not this. You'll make a lot of progress in a week. So I'm going to pause here in my thought. I'm going to think that you are deciding what to do, and you're practicing and learning about the meditation of a releasing approach. Go ahead. All right. Back again. I'd like to mention that if you enjoyed this, not this talk, and if you enjoyed working with this principle, there's another talk I've given that goes into 7 other beautiful releasing meditation practices. 7 more that are just delightful. So it's called, what is it called? Formless Meditations. It's called, oh, here we go. It's called Guided Formless Meditations, plural. All right. Now, gathering. Gathering gives you all kinds of options. A lot of people think only when they talk about meditation that there's only this kind. When you gather your mind on something that represents spirit, love, and light to you. You can also say, well, I want to experience peace first. So you concentrate on peace, or you see light in your forehead, little dot of light. You meditate on that dot, and that dot becomes brighter. You can have light here that's bright as the sun, only it's soothing to look into it. It's pretty amazing. So a yogi would gather the mind on what you find easiest and most enjoyable to think about, like peace, or light, or a candle flame, or something that's very beautiful to you, like a sunset, sunrise. A meditation object can be anything that's simple but very pleasurable for you to focus on. It can be a sound, like the word Om. There are just all kinds of possibilities. You choose something that you would naturally like to gather your awareness on, and then you just allow this gathering to take place until you're centered, and what you're aware of is this chosen object or this chosen person. A picture of Christ, for example, a picture of Buddha, whatever represents God to you in your particular path. So it can be a form representing God. It can be an attribute or quality, like peace. Very often people find peace in nature. It could be a tree that helps you sense peace, or it could be obviously a lake. It could be a person who is in deep peace. Or it could be a stone. It just sits there utterly unmoving, standing against time, occupying time and space. It could be love. You want a feeling of love to flow. You want love to express between you and the Lord of your heart. It can be a quality of compassion. I know of a man who had a short temper, And as a result of this temper, it was disturbing his peace and disturbing his relationships. So he heard that Buddha represented this beautiful, calm compassion. So he got a picture of Buddha and focused on Buddha's calm forehead. And as weeks went by, he became full of calm and full of compassion. And his temper went away. So it can be whatever you'd like to focus on that you're going to be comfortable gathering your awareness on it. I hope I've covered that sufficiently, because there could be 1,000 ways that you would like to gather your mind in such a manner as to go beyond your peace and your focus into, naturally, entering a spiritual awareness. When you're focused and you're gathering, it helps to chant a word. For example, the name of Jesus, Jesus Christ, Buddha. Buddha is compassion. Buddha is compassion. It helps to chant the name or quality as you practice gathering. The goal is to fully gather and center beyond your desires that distract you, beyond your fears, beyond your memories, beyond any kind of distraction, the sounds, the noises, the band going by your house. You get so you can gather so well, your mind naturally stays and abides on what you chose. So that's the gathering approach. And how good at gathering are you? It helps to chant as you gather. It helps to be alive and vital and pay attention, not be passive. You have to be positive in your attention, not passive. If you go passive, the subconscious has many more distractions for you to deal with. Gathering the mind. I hope I've made this clear. Let's practice gathering the mind before we sum up. So we were talking about releasing, now we're talking about gathering. You gather your thoughts, you gather your emotions, you gather your consciousness, and make it focus on a still person or a still object. But some people say, I'm too restless for that, so I want to gather my mind on a moving object. A circus ride, leaves moving in a tree. If you need to have a moving object, gather your awareness on a moving object and enjoy that in your visualization or in nature. Just enjoy the leaves moving, or enjoy a particular tone going on and on and on. All right? So, time for you to enjoy and see if you're good at gathering meditation. You get so that you forget your body, you forget you're meditating, you forget your name, you forget the town and space you're in. You're just totally gathered on the object. And that leads to spiritual consciousness and awakening. So it's a very high thing if you can gather successfully. So go ahead, practice gathering, and when you wish, come back and we'll conclude this talk. All right, so what are you? Are you a releaser or a gatherer? Of course, you can probably do both, but it's best to pick the easiest one and go deep. Experience these higher levels of meditation. They await you. Are you a gatherer or a releaser? Go with it. Let your nature help you. And may you have a wonderful experience of life and of yoga, and may your gathering or your releasing give you a marvelous higher level of consciousness. It's within us already. It's a matter of discovering it and utilizing it and enjoying it. God bless you.